Well, I started last year after being involved in crypto for over 2 years. So I'm a nerd investor in Ethereum. I was approached to manage a community for an ICO in Bulgaria, Locktrip, which is now, well, Blockchain, which is now Locktrip. So I was, out of the blue, they came up to me because I was part of the community in the crypto community in Bulgaria, and they asked me to manage their community management. I did not know what I was getting myself involved in. I had no idea what an ICO was, and slowly I understood that it's to build an engagement or build an engaging community for ICOs. We ended up, having 8 community managers. And then slowly, as more people started coming into channels, understanding what the project was about, I got more people approaching me, asking me to build their communities or manage their communities. So after Locktrip, I had 4 projects on my hand, and I started asking people, what do you need more people? Like, would you require more community managers? And obviously they did, because they had a whole team that they needed to manage. So I approached Alki and Marcus, the 2 co-founders, and I told them, look, we have an opportunity here to manage communities. Let's do it. Let's go about it and find community managers, and let's start offering the service. So that's pretty much how it all started. And a year later, exactly 1 year later, we have 30 ICOs, and we have around 50 community managers. I would say the hardest step was to find the best people that understood the value of blockchain, crypto, ICOs, had a good tendency to speak and engage the community, the audience, which back then was buyers. We would call them investors, buyers, people that would buy their tokens, the client's tokens. I would say it's finding a team that really knew how to engage that community. We did not know if they were doing it just for the money or if they were doing it because they actually believed in the project. So I would say it's finding the right talent was the hardest part. So a successful community would be one that's very engaged in the project, people that understand what the project is about. So they would have to really dive into the white paper, understand the team, understand the value behind the technology that the client is building. Once they take that approach to really understand the project, then they can actually engage with the community. So it requires them to be really consistent, adamant of what the client is trying to do. Difficult clients or difficult community managers?
Both.
So the community managers, I will start with the community. Well, maybe let's start with the clients since I'm more client-facing. With difficult clients, because patience is a virtue, and patience in blockchain does not exist. Didn't exist. Maybe now it's starting to come because people were seeing the return on their investments immediately. Once the token sale was done, which could have been finished in a second or even before the actual token sale happened, people were already seeing their returns on investments because the tokens got listed. So every client that we spoke to was like, well, we need to do this immediately. Like, without a white paper, without a website, I have an idea, I want to start selling. What do we do? So in that case, it's really taking a step back and making them understand that they're building a business, that in order for them to succeed, there needs to be an engaged community to be built. They need to take the right step, the right approach. And also, there needs to be a budget. So a difficult client is one that I would say rushes into things. And this is also, I would take this and move it into the community. So how do you deal with difficult community managers? These are people, I would say community managers that don't understand the value of engaging people or being open and exposing themselves to the community themselves or to the client, being way too direct, so let's say cocky in a way. So it's taking them and really training them to be respectful, so respecting the community itself, not just shutting people down because they are not so immersed in crypto or blockchain, to tell them, well, you don't know how to open a wallet, go find it out yourself. So it's really taking them step by step, so it's baby steps. The blockchain community as a whole, there's a lot of things. It's X out the scam, so stop thinking that blockchain is just cryptocurrencies. really start educating people in the value of the technology, the potential of the community, why it became so powerful. It didn't become powerful because of the prices. The price became as such because the community was so, I would say they were very much understanding what is the value of the technology, and that you can trade it peer-to-peer. At that point, when you understand this, that there's no wall between you and the person in front of you, and it's all built around the community, that's what blockchain was. And that's not just blockchain, that's just every industry in the world requires an engaged community to grow. But blockchain has done it better than anyone else. I mean, it's done it so much faster than anyone else, to the point where it reached, where it reached. Family. No, it's people. I mean, the community gave me people. It gave me people that did not understand what they were getting into, and all of a sudden they had passion. So it's even our own community managers in MaZee, I keep on trying to understand what's keeping them so involved in being in MaZee, and it's themselves. It's what they've built for each other. So it's what blockchain has brought or what the community in blockchain has brought is that they all are doing it for something bigger. It's not just for themselves, they're doing it for each other. So it's this openness, it's a society-driven environment. Ethereum is probably one of the best ones. EOS is a pretty good one. Locktrip, where I started, was a very good one. Dash is starting to grow as well. I mean, I would take the first ones that I was really a part of, because I don't have that much time to really get myself involved in ICOs or STOs these days. So I'd take the first ones that I really joined since I bought into them. So Stellar, Ethereum, Dash, Ripple, Litecoin. These were the ones that are still really strong because people saw the value of a project and where it could go, and that's why they increased so much, and I think those are the ones that really have a future. On the beach, chilling. I don't know. It's a good question. I didn't see myself here 5 years ago. I will take it as it comes. So it's, the life is so full of surprises. It depends where technology goes, because I'm very much focused on technology. I still want to be running a business with friends or with partners, but I want to really, I see myself still in the same place, consulting, probably consulting projects, taking a step towards being more of a speaker, consulting, writing a book eventually. So, but definitely chilling on the beach while doing this.